Hey guys, how you all doing? It's FishyFisher coming at you with a brand new episode of Nothing Harder. Today we are playing with the character Samus, which was suggested by the people down below. If you don't know what the show is about, basically we're playing Super Smash Bros. Classic Mode, 9.0 difficulty with every single character in the game, and today is Samus's turn. I'm getting better and better at that intro, I guess. But yes, thank you to everyone who suggested Samus. Samus is, I don't know. Like, it didn't take me too many tries to complete with Samus, but just, Samus plays just so differently than the characters I'm used to because she's more reliant on her projectiles, I suppose, because I mean her up smash is not very good, or I'm not very good at using it, and you know, there's just I have a few complaints about the character, but it's not that I think it's bad, it's just that it's not the way I'm used to playing. So when I first started playing, I would do all my usual techniques and just wouldn't really lead anywhere. So I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. I did get better, and I completed it after 5 tries, more or less. I think maybe less than that because, well, it took me 5 recordings, but I think one of my recordings was just an error. So that's just how it works, I suppose. But yeah, Samus is not bad, but not my character. I don't think I'll be playing much more of her. I mean, I never really played as Samus just because I never really have been a fan of the Metroid series. And when I say fan, I mean like I've never really been. I've played the demos and stuff, but I've never actually gone out, bought a game, and immersed myself in the story of Metroid and all that stuff. I just know the general things about it, and most of my exposure is through Smash, right? So, you know, that's why I wasn't really a huge fan for Ridley coming. You know, just it's just because, you know, I don't really follow the series, so it's not, you know, again, no hate towards the series, just it's more like a lack of understanding, I suppose. But anyway, Samus is pretty good. I mean, all characters I think are good. There's not really any characters that I think just won't be able to complete 9.0. Obviously, I think there's characters that aren't as good as other characters, but I don't think there's any characters that are necessarily bad. It just, you know, all characters are kind of meant to, you're kind of meant to like learn all the secrets with them and all their strengths and all that stuff. And I didn't really play with Samus too much to really learn her strengths or weaknesses. And I mean, she's almost the same as she's always been, to be honest. So it's not really like there's much more to learn, but you know, this is Smash 4. It's a different game than what we're used to, so there's definitely still room to learn about all these characters' secrets and all that stuff. So yeah, Samus looks a lot different than she had in the original one. She has a different design, the design from, was it Other M? That one, that everyone's favorite Metroid game, right? Yeah. She has that design, but yeah, there's not really much I can talk about Samus, just because, you know, she's been here since the beginning. She's one of the original 12. And oh yeah, let's use that bomb to take out Toon Link. Oh, but taunting, too early taunts. He's not dead. What are you doing, Samus? But yeah, most of my deaths, like, they were just kind of silly deaths, and I don't really. Samus is just, you know, it's not really a character that I kind of want to play, if that makes sense. It's because, like, you know, there's so many other unique characters, and I've played Samus so many times and for so long, so it's not really much of a pull to play Samus. And, you know, also because I'm not a Metroid fan, there's that. So, you know, I don't really have the drive to play it because I haven't really gone, or I haven't really experienced the story in a non-Smash setting, I guess. I mean, during the Subspace Emissary, that was really cool with the, like, Pikachu and Samus teaming up together to beat up or to escape that facility and defeat Ridley. Oh, that was intense. I really want to play the Subspace Emissary again. Just maybe like the Project M version of it, because I've already beaten the original Brawl version. Subspace Emissary might be actually pretty fun with some Project M physics, and that wouldn't be actually too difficult to organize, I'm sure. But oh, I tried to get that Pokeball, but I failed there. Good thing it was only a Meowth. But these 7-player brawls are like pretty intense. I mean, you don't really know what's going on. You kind of just hope to throw out a strong enough move and someone get in the way, or someone get hit towards you enough. And this turret is just my bane of my existence. I know it's Roy's, and I killed him, and I'm trying to get this little you know, eggs and ham little thing, but it's not working, and it keeps on hitting me. But I charge it, and I guess Samus's thing is her whole, ooh, that was a nice way to finish Pikachu off, I'm gonna say. But Samus's kind of thing is charging up her neutral B, and I don't know, just the fact that you can't charge it in midair just makes it feel so much less useful That's just my personal opinion. I remember when I was knocked off stage, I would start charging it, then air dodge, and then recover back on stage. That was kind of what I did with Samus, I believe, maybe. Or that's what I do with a lot of characters who can charge. You know, I kind of use my descent from the air as my moment to charge it. Like, best example I'm thinking of is Cloud, but you can't do that with Samus. When you press your neutral B instead of charging it like a normal charge in midair, you'll just shoot off the weakest version of it possible. This Peach is giving me problems, so I'm just gonna finish her off, no shame, with a final smash. And actually just got her too. She almost got out of it with her parasol. Lucky Peach. But yeah, that's there's not really too much I can really chit-chat and talk about Samus. But I finished this, and Little Mac was my rival. Really? That was really odd. He was the easiest one to kill. But we're gonna go against Lucas here, and like I said, I had a lot going on with. I had a few tries, so I did a really nice combo against Lucas, but it's not gonna be in this, unfortunately. And the fail compilation is not gonna be too long now that I think about it, because it's a pretty short one. Although my fail compilation is getting shorter and shorter, which I am very happy about because less tries for me, except for the co-op, of course. Man, Lucas. The thing is, last time I fought two Lucases, one with this one and then another one as well, and it was all just as annoying of a battle, just because he would do a move that I could do an easy follow-up on, like he would do his up B and hit himself, PK Thunder hit himself, get right in front of me, and then I would just choke and just not be able to follow up with Samus, because I just don't know any of her follow-ups really. Like, look, this again, and I could have, you know, if I had been in a better, more favorable position, and I knew exactly where he was going to end up, could have done something nice there, but I just don't really know Samus well enough to really be able to, you know, do that with her, I guess. It's hard to explain. I don't really know. I just don't know much about this character, just because I've never really given her a chance. Maybe I should have been thinking about not killing this assist trophy, because, you know, I'm just gonna stay up here in my invincibility state, because this Max's guy, or I can't remember, the guy from Kid Icarus, he's been annoying, but I really like her back air. Her back air is really powerful, and, you know, most characters' back airs seem to be a very, very satisfying blow, really powerful hit. Like, I think Bowser Jr.'s is a really good one. Same with Sonic's. Those are some really good back airs, and Samus has a really good one, too. It's really satisfying, like, kind of like you wind up and then boom, just knock him out of there, and it does a lot of knockback. I just love it. So Samus has that, so that's kind of like what I use in a lot. I don't really use her charging name because, like I said, I do stay in the air quite a lot, so Samus, she needs to be on the ground to charge, and I just don't like that. Although staying on the ground is a better position to be in, but I kind of like to approach in the air, which is kind of why I have never really evolved past the casual stage of Smash, I guess. But yeah, most of my characters are like charging in the air, and I mean, like, I really just have to rely on Samus. Oh, that was kind of nonsense. I should have killed Fox there. But I really like to rely on, or what was I gonna say about Samus? Oh my dear. Oh my goodness gracious, that Fox muddled with my brain. But yeah, I don't really like, you know, charging. You kind of have to rely on them not trying to approach you while you're charging, because you literally have to be on the ground. You can't do anything unless you knock them away, then you begin to charge it. I believe that's probably the best way to do it. But here we go. Here's the Mii Fighters, and I honestly believe that they've gone some kind of buff, because I've never had this much difficulty with the Mii Fighters. That and when I did last one, the last episode I did, I believe, which one was it, Lucario, Dr. Mario? I had tons of difficulty with it too, and I normally breeze through the Mii Fighters pretty easily. But I think they're just more aggressive. They're teaming up more, because look, they're moving as a team more, which that's their biggest strength, because they don't really capitalize on that much. But you know, the dash attack is pretty easy way of taking it out, but it's kind of hard to get into a dash attack when stuff like this. But see what I mean? Just a dash attack can take out 4 of them, no problem. Don't think it stales. Also, a grab is almost a guaranteed kill too. Like there that goes. And oh yeah, I might have said this, but some of my Mii Fighters you may recognize from pop culture or YouTube as well. I got some YouTubers as well as some characters, some recognizable characters showing up in the back. Like I believe Brock is over there for an example. You know, from Fishy's TV and stuff like that. So, yes, try and keep a lookout and see. Maybe you'll try and find out which some. You know, some of them are just friends of mine, so they'll just be generic people. But a lot of them are, you know, Rick and Morty and stuff like that. So keep your eyes peeled next time there's a Mii Fighter segment. And you know, I was thinking we're actually really close to being done Nothing Harder. I've said this before, and I've been talking about what's going to happen after Nothing Harder, which I think I'm leaning more towards the Nothing Harder challenges, because those are really tricky, and I think that I've played this enough that I'll be able to do it. But I think I've decided on that. But I think there's only like 5 characters left. That's crazy. I started Nothing Harder, like, it was one of the first things on my YouTube channel, to be honest, aside from Score Booster. That was the #1. So yeah, the fact that it's almost over is kind of crazy. Well, like the regular Nothing Harder. And I mean, when the next Smash Bros comes out, oh come on, so close, 290. When the regular Nothing Harder comes out, I will when the next Smash Bros comes out, I'll probably end up doing Nothing Harder all over again. But this is some, I should be giving tips, because I know Roxy, if you're watching this, I'm trying to give tips as to how to help make this better. Master Hand and Crazy Hand, they lose all their you beat them when they're at 290 HP. So 290 is all you have to get to. It says about 380. That's not, you only have to get to about less than 100 damage on them. That was a really close one, my goodness. So keep that in mind for that. And I'm sure when in co-op it's something similar, only like maybe double 380. So what is that? Doesn't really matter. I don't think that quite adds up. But all you need to get to is 290 to defeat the Master Hand. So if you're one hit away, but you're like, oh, I don't really want to get into a bad position, don't worry, because you'll just hit them and then it'll be over. As for this one, or as for these guys, you don't really know their damage. So it's always just, I don't really know, I don't really keep track of it, to be honest. But I'm noticing here, and you'll probably notice it here. This is my first try, actually. Just saying, when I got with Samus here, and I did manage to. You'll see how I managed to do it. But remember, guys, shield is your best friend. Most of these attacks have a ton of knockback and don't do much damage, just so it's balancing. So with your shield, you can actually just absorb most of the attack in your shield, and your shield won't even break. If your shield breaks, ooh, bye bye, Samus. Excuse me. If your shield does break, it kind of sucks, but yeah, like you will take another hit. I mean, considering if you're at low damage, it's kind of better to risk it and take the hit, and then take the hit with your shield. And here's a really good way of doing this, using the shield. You either shield there or spot dodge. Spot dodge is easier with these quick attacks. But definitely you have to make sure you're dodging, because you can't absorb all these attacks, and most of the attacks are unavoidable but blockable with your shield. So you really have to be using that a lot. Now this guy, this Master Shadow, is really just proves to you how not on point my Samus is. He's just not doing anything. He's just laughing at me, really. I'm just running up to him and getting hit and losing more and more health. Like, seriously, look at this guy. He's just bugging me. Oh yeah, slap him. There you go. Also, guys, you may have noticed I haven't been doing any questions, because you guys aren't asking any questions. You have to make sure, if you want some questions to be answered on the show, and I know I haven't done it in a while, because no one's asking any, obviously, make sure you ask them down below in the comments, because I will be answering questions, just no one asks any. So if you want to know anything, and it can be anything like relationship advice, it can be math questions, anything you like, I will answer on the show. The top 3 questions I choose from the episode. So if you want to see your question on the show, feel free, because it might be like next time where only one question will be chosen, because there's only one question. So if you're that one question, you might be able to guarantee on the show. So pretty cool, I suppose. But yeah, so just a reminder about answering questions as we go on to the final form with Samus. As we keep on going here, one thing that's really good to note with Samus is that since she has her extended grab, it makes some of the Skull fighters a cinch to defeat. This part, however, is something that I never really encounter, where that Plasma Wisp actually shoots a giant laser energy ball down that tunnel. That almost never happens. So normally you can just run right past them, but I'm taking it really slow with Samus, because I don't really play as Samus, and I've made it this far already, so I don't really want to have to go back again to the beginning, as I've done so many times before in some other Nothing Harders. Also, I want to say, just because I don't know if people have been wondering this, but there's an easy way of telling if someone actually did complete it on Nothing Harder, because I'm not sure people, some people might just edit together a video and then say, oh, this says nothing harder, but it's actually not. It's actually, 8.0 or difficulty or something like that. So it still has the Master Fortress. You know that's different by the health the Master Hand and Crazy Hand have. So if they don't have 380 health, that means they're not on nothing harder. So if they're anything less than that, like 370 even, that is not 9.0. So that's how you can tell whether or not the people are actually doing 9.0. It's kind of an easy way to tell. In case you were wondering. Here's one of my favorite parts though. Samus, because she's very floaty, doesn't really know what she wants to be and what she wants to do, and falls and takes 70 damage, or 40 damage, which is a ton. So don't really want that. And also, I just run right into this guy because the hitbox wasn't activated when I started the attack apparently. So just gonna grab and throw these guys and make sure I do not take any more damage, because that would not be very good at all. And when you're at this point and you have 2.5 minutes, like it says up above, you don't really need to worry. Just if you hit the guy that shoots the lasers from Kid Icarus, they will go flying, and that can potentially lead to them actually hitting the other enemies. So it's always good to not, especially don't leave these plasma wisps around. I definitely do not. They can really mess you up. Normally if you kill one though, the body will go flying around and chain to another one. And just like that, Nothing Harder with Samus has been completed. So I want to thank you guys all so much for watching another episode of Nothing Harder. Make sure you guys leave a like and comment a question, as well as suggest the character down below as who you want next to be on this show, as I do a very pitiful job at destroying this Master Core. I want to thank you all again. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel for more videos, more very fishy videos. This was FishyFisher, guys, and I believe there's still a bit more time. Fully charged, the laser is still not gone. Charged up, and I miss. Bye, guys. That's the actual one. Here's the fail compilation.